There we go. Cinquetti is done. Perfect. And we found a bunch more people actually. Valletta, Geneva. Oh, 48 faith per turn. That's awesome. Need to get Kamasi back. That is a bit more of a problem because I miss Kamasi utterly. I want to go to exploration as well. So let's get military training and then mercenaries and the medieval fairs and all that stuff. Secret society advances, which is amazing because I need spies in Carthage. I really, really do. Venetian arsenal, by the way. Double boats because one boat is never enough. What are these little sheeps? They do not look like sheeps. They look like some sort of pig-sheep hybrid with little twitching tails that are very disturbing. Ugh. Oh, blown eardrum speakers. Very nice. Oh, Carthage has got the triple threat now, but it can still get better because it's also got seaports. So here we go. Like, I'm going to start to move these things over. Continue to make the products, sir. Continue. Actually, Old Town can now make the corporation making Ursa Brian Snuffly Trufflies. We've made it. We've made it. Meat is back on the menu. So now all you need to do is make some truffle products. Ooh. Thing is, I actually hate truffle. Like, bleh. It's one of the worst things in the world. I cannot stand it. Reform the coinage. I like the idea that my traders can't be plundered because at the moment they're being plundered a lot. Like, I don't even know how. Like, just by everywhere. Everywhere is plundering them. Barbarians. Like, ugh. Just, I mean, I guess that's kind of the answer then, isn't it? Builds a lighthouse and a shipyard in the district. Okay. That's quite cool. I'll keep an eye out for new coffons. So there's chemistry. So rocketry is my next target. I fancy putting a satellite into space just to exert my dominance over the world that we live in, you know? Can't let people think that they are better than me. What is this? Ugh. More gemstones. They're still all going into Carthage, and I'm still making more of them. The products just don't end. It's brilliant. 230% now. Oh, population 20, Carthage. Oh, what a place. What a magnificent city. Another great merchant. Okay, good. Right, this was definitely needed because I had other products that I could do. Was it the silver product in here? Yes. In my, it's in the Petra City, isn't it? Ugh. For God's sake. Why is it always the Petra City? I think, is 5 products all we can do? Yeah, maximum amount. Maximum amount done. Carthage is now on to 255% modifier of gold. Hey. You know what? I'll take that. And I'm actually starting to, even if they're not city-state routes, I'm starting to divert all gold routes now directly to Carthage because it's just amazing. 220 production in this city now. It's starting to become a quite attractive city for me. Only problem is I don't have any flat land. In order to I've mucked that up massively. Is this not flat land? I thought this tile was. No, that's a hill tile. Booger. Okay, so Carthage can't produce a spaceport. So I've got to do the spaceport in a different city. So do I need a new trading hub? Have I got to just say that, like, this is my new trading hub now? 169 production. How much of this is it coming from trade routes? 25 outgoing trade routes as opposed to 71. So this city could be decent, actually. It could be a decent city. You know what? I'm going to have to just put all of my... Yeah. Oh, God. I've just banked on a load of new trade routes. I'm going to have to make this is my new city. I'm going to keep flipping, but it's fine. Ryan's secret silver rod. He doesn't just show anybody. 100% extra diplomatic favour per turn from starting as a suzerain of a city-state. Well, I've got barely any city-states, so this won't give me any benefit at all other than just having a very neat and tidy garden put into my lands. That is an attractive looking wonder. Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, the truffle oil. The truffle oil is real. Let's just have a look. We've got nice 3 envoys and, oh look, 63 diplomatic favour per turn. That's not very much. Engineers. We've got admirals. We've got merchants. Come on down, everybody. Just enjoy the show. This is just Pop's religion. Actually, I'm gonna just be annoying and religion Pop right next to Mongolia because they were annoying me. In fact, actually, I say that. It's actually No, that's not the one that just moved off. Where are you? There. Let's go to here, because then I can annoy my ally at the same time. When did I build a canal? Aquilia. Did I do that? Oh yes, of course. Now I've connected up my city to the ocean. That's wonderful. I love it. Ryan's crust undersalt. No. That should be crusty undersalt. Oh, almost got that wrong. Now, is there anything from social media that might be useful? What do we think? Oh yes, 1,812 culture per turn. I think that's going to be moderately useful. I mean, maybe. Raj instead of laissez-faire. I know laissez-faire was so good. It was so good. I was getting so many points per turn, but we're just going to like break off that a little bit and just enjoy the 2,700 culture per turn just for a little while. Also, watch this. I've got 2,492 gold. If I put 3 envoys into each of these, I should get +6 gold in every stock, exchange, seaport, and chancery building. So my 5,492 gold goes to 5,900. I mean, that was worth 400 gold. Hooray! Retiring my admiral. Oh, I love that. Just don't mind me as I just annoyingly spread my religion to you. I don't even want a religious victory. It's just quite fun. Indoctrination, a wildcard policy slot. It took me a long time to get that. But now I've got a wildcard policy slot. I can finally try and put all the cards I want to in because I've got so many cards that I've been meaning to put in. I'll start with Republican Legacy because I love all those extra immunities. They're wonderful. I really want Liberalism as well, but I've got Big Ben on the way for that one. What do I want to vote in? 100% more grievances for Genghis Khan because that's quite funny. Mercenary companies. I'd quite like to be able to build boats quicker just in case. Actually, gold. Who am I lying? I'm a gold king now. That's all I do with my life. Oh, one of them didn't win. What happened? Doesn't matter. We're just going to take 5 to enjoy Ruhr Valley. 20% production. This is now my 3rd capital, or my new capital as I'm calling it. I already had 200 production. So this is going to up that just a touch, just a smidge. Just a little bit, little tiny bit. There's the Hermitage. That's what Carthage was doing because I had some spare production and I couldn't think of what to do. I haven't even got anything to fill it up with, so this is a pointless build. But, you know, any tourism's good. I think I had like a 450% modifier at one point with the luxuries, so that's always like half an option. Production, Genghis... Okay, because one of them went through. Genghis Khan went through, and rocketry just completed as well. So, 8 turns spaceport? I think so. It's getting Lovelace, because I had some spare faith lying around, and Eiffel as well. And then Goddard, there's the one. 20% towards Space Race projects. I quite like him. Alto, I don't really need you so much, but that's fine. Just the 40% extra production towards spaceports and everything like that. That's awesome. 248 production in that city now. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, globalization, International Space Agency is better than Republican Legacy because that's 864 science per turn. Oh, 1,400, that's awesome. I'm just going around spending my 24,000 gold, just like buying things. Actually, how many turns has Big Ben off? 8 turns. That's fine. I can wait until, well, 8 turns. Like, I'm going to get a load more gold by then as well. I'd rather just use my gold to actually, like, do stuff with. That would be cool. Lots of seaports, lots of extra gold per turn. That's just... Oh, it all comes back eventually. Now that I've got rocketry, off to satellites. Oh yeah, my culture victory is winning really quick now. 627%. I haven't even really tried. Like, I've got so many improvements that haven't been improved yet, or luxuries that haven't been improved. I've had tornadoes come through. I've had all kinds of stuff. I'm just relaxing into this game. It sounds horrific to admit. Like, I'm genuinely just, like, enjoying the game without really thinking about it too hard. It's great. I love it. What do we reckon? Synthetic technocracy, extra production towards city projects. That'll help quite a lot. Let's do that. Let's do that. All the extra policy cards to help get us through. Tasty. And the cheeky popping of this admiral goes Kazbloosh. Slowly getting my religion around in an entertaining way. Big Ben, it's being built. Keep going. It gives me 1 extra economic policy slot. It gives me 50% extra gold in my treasury, which is about 13 grand or something like that, because I just spent a load of it because I totally forgot, but that's fine. We've got so much coming in. anyway. I also can now switch to optimization imperative, which is pretty cool. Although, thinking about it, actually, I don't have democratic legacy yet because I haven't built this building. Let's do the Royal Society quickly. 3 turns on that one. I'll wait 3 turns before flipping, and then I'll do it. An extra economic policy gives me approximately 0, but I'll put 5-year plan in anyway because it feels like the sort of thing I should do. Oh, Venice has just appeared. Hello, Venice. You're now mine. Hee hee hee. Actually, that'll give me loads more gold on my trader. It's 7,400 gold now. Oh, yes. I've got some amazing gold routes now. A merchant that gives me diplomatic visibility with people. That's pretty cool, but I think I might just use her in the usual way, really. Now, this one's always quite fun. I just unlocked computers, and I've got 11,000 faith, so I can just go around making flood barriers in every single one of my cities for free, which again gives me the excuse to, well, flood the world with as much stuff as I want continually, because I am completely immune. You know, you literally can hold back the sea with a prayer, and I think that's, you know, a good lesson to take away from this. Don't forget, I'm actually getting a little bit of culture from doing this every time as well. Not much culture, seeing as, you know, I'm generating, what is it, 2,700 per turn, but like, you know, so now if I've beelined all the way here, I need to get nanotech, 11 techs to get there. Oh, it's going to take some time. A lot of time, actually. Can I be bothered to wait that long? No one's sure. Ursa Ryan's sweet as sticky. That's the sort of honey corporation that we want. Ah yes, that's what I need. Earth satellite. 2 turns. Oh, that's very slow. It's racing through the engineers. I mean, it's kind of, I've got all this gold, so it's quite fun to be able to do it. Jane Drew. Oh, she's awesome. And Korolev next up as well. Jane Drew, I'll send over to my new capital. Lovely stuff. Oh, that time when you forget to trade for about 50 turns and then people are offering you insane deals. It's like, yeah, go on then. I'll do that. This is fine. Discover the ring, the world. It's Mount Vesuvius. That's it. That's pretty much all of the world that we discovered as I send my space dong up into the air. Oh no, actually, you know, Macedon was hidden in the middle. I have no idea how they managed to survive that long. It's because they've got 3 cities. Wow, it's cramped in here. Look at that. The Incans have probably done the best at expanding, but I mean, look at all this continuous mountain. Oh, that's painful for the Incans. You just put a couple of tiles in the middle there that they could use, and that would have been absolutely dreamy. Babylon was really, 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 really cramped in there. Nazca, oi, I saw that. Scotland is there. Looks like Montrose. Yeah, no, I was wondering if Canada was there, but it's a Scottish city, so that's fine. Yeah, look, this is good. Mogadishu, Vilnius. I think there were a couple of city-states that maybe I hadn't met. Maybe Rapa Nui, I think I've just seen somewhere, which probably means that it's in the Arctic in some direction, but that's okay. Cool, a couple more city-states to be my friend. Buenos Aires. Oh, bonus resource, acting like luxuries. That's actually a really good one. Let's keep an eye on that one. The Estadio, you say? That's not a bad build, especially because I've got this guy who can rush it in 1 turn. Not that it's kind of worth it when I'm doing it in 4 turns, but I'll keep an eye out for other things I can rush. What other wonders exist in the world? The Great Zimbabwe would be fantastic had I thought of a good way of actually getting that one in. Never really utilised it, perfectly. So, what are you going to do? Amundsen Scott Research Station, though. Now that is an option. That's something I could do. So that's something I'll think about. What's that coming over the hill? Is it the Sydney Opera House on the coast next to a wall and a fully fashioned seaport and a lumber mill spitting out wood like Jenga bricks at rapid speed? Yes, it is the Sydney Opera House. Hooray! Building wonders. Actually, that's quite nice. Just sort of put that next to the wall. I quite like that. Look at that. Pretty. Next to the giant death crabs, which no one ever talks about these giant death crabs, but look, they could easily, oh my god, this one is actually scaling the seawall. It can get under the seawall. Oh no, that's even worse. Oh no. I was going to rush this stadium, but I think I've built it accidentally with 486 production in like 2 turns. Whoopsie. Do I just build something else? Should we get a Scott Research Station? I like the sound of that. Yeah, that's what we were going to do. I remember now. Okay, right, cool. Cool. Oh, bugger, I'm winning a culture victory suddenly very quickly. When did that happen? Oh, it might have been the 660% luxury resource bonus. Ah, that is the thing about Monopolies mode. You really do have to turn culture victory off. It's not like I wasn't kind of half going for culture victory, but I was kind of enjoying building the gold up, you know? Like, that was kind of the point here. I feel almost disappointed. Oh well, here's Bistadio. This thing gives 2 amenities for every city in my civilization, because having a Brazilian football stadium is enough to make the entire world happy, seemingly. This is a really good wonder, by the way. If you're playing Scotland, it's even better, but on a wide empire, those 2 amenities per city is like a 5 to 10% yield boost of everything. Like, it's so good. Keep it down, Preservative. Oh dear. That sounds horrific. Quick, let's go to the moon. 3 turns. We do not have long to be faffing around here. Meanwhile, this is my new city. This is going to be building me a campus. I say that. It's going to be difficult to build a campus, but we'll see if we can do it. Hang on. Let's do it there. We've got a spare builder. The builder can chop stuff down. Actually, that would be the quickest way of doing stuff. We'll go and chop all this forest down. I have a bunch of money, right? A huge bunch of money, so that's not going to be a problem. Let's get the monument. Let's get the granary. Let's get the watermill. Let's get the sewer. There's nothing else I can really do to get this one running quicker, so we're just going to have to hope and pray that we're going to be able to do this one. Actually, can I get a trader going from that city? Not yet. Not yet. Another product of pure silver. I'm just shoving it to my new capital now, which now has another 75%. Oh no, that's salt, isn't it? Hang on. So that salt product needed to go to my Pingala city. Which was my Pingala city? That is my new capital. Okay, so that's doing alright. Oh yeah, no wonder it's growing rapidly. Ho ho! Wow, 21 pop already and spiraling. Carthage is 23 pop. Can I just say, I've seen a lot of people commenting, why haven't you moved your capital? Look, I know I could have moved my capital to take it off this continent and have my old city as my capital, or not my capital, but to give it the benefits of the policy cards like colonial taxes and stuff like that. I know I could have done that, but I've enjoyed keeping my capital on that continent so that I can enjoy the mess that is this continent. Do you see what I mean? Like, maybe I could have taken like one of these cities to be my capital over on this Kamari Kandam, and then just sort of gone over, and maybe I could have done it that way, but I've kind of enjoyed leaving my capital alone. Yeah, I know Carthage can move it. I know I probably should have done for lols, but really, when you're having fun, you kind of have to just run with it, you know? Right, Granada. There's the trade route there. Hang on, I think it's probably the best route. So the campus is now 17 turns. That's good, but it's not good enough. Ursa Ryan, shiny balls, everyone's favourite faith. You know what, you take one look at Ursa Ryan's shiny balls and it's like, I have faith now. I didn't have faith before, but this is all I ever needed. Also popping out new cities left, right and centre in order to try and get as many trade routes as I can going. I'm really enjoying this sort of gold frenzy, I guess would be the word for this one. Sniffing pig artisanal eats. Oh, I love it. So what I always forget actually is the Maracana gives 6 culture to every single city. It doesn't read like that. It says +2 amenities to each city in your civilization, and then it says +6 culture afterwards. So that indicates that it gives it to that city. But I realized that this city, my new city, was gaining like a tile every 2 turns, and it's because it's got 12 culture, because it's got 6 coming in from the Maracana, which is nuts. Like, I mean, that just makes it even better as a wonder. It's just amazing. Wonderful, you could say. There goes my second space dong. The space race is well underway now. Gives me the one-time culture boost, which I really didn't need, seeing as I'm already on Future Civic, but never mind. There is nanotech. I was just building a little cheeky neighbourhood in this city because, you know, I was enjoying that one. We'll get the shopping mall in, a few more amenities. +13 just isn't enough, you know. You've got to really make sure you've got that. Mars Colony, 3 turns. Korolev, I can buy. Yeah, actually, that'll help to rush that through. And then if I just press the old, like, that's where this project's going to be 14 turns. You know what? There's no way I'm going to get a science victory, is there? I'm 1 turn away from a culture victory. But look, 9,700 gold per turn now. Holy moly. Oh, this is always fun when you can do this. It's like, what can we spoil this city with? Let's get it a sewer. We've got Raina, who can now buy things with gold. So there's an industrial zone. Should we build a dam? We'll build a dam next to it. That's pretty fun. I'll just do that quickly. And let's go for an aqueduct also next to the industrial zone. Good. Nice to see. What sort of adjacencies does this thing need now? We'll get an aerodrome. I think we'll pop that also next to the industrial zone. Seeing as we've got a dam on this river, we don't have to worry about that so much now. I think we'll treat it to a neighbourhood as well as maybe a spaceport. We'll do that as well. Good. Lovely stuff. Okay, right now we can get a hangar and an airport. Yes, I know. A food market. Let's get a hydroelectric dam. I think, to be honest, that's probably as good as the city needs to be. 107. We just took like 3 turns off that project just by doing that. Oh, and the biosphere, of course. Let's do it. Yeah, there's the culture victory. But we can have some fun before that point. Let's just chop this campus out. And then I can make the library, university, and research lab all appear simultaneously. We can get the Amherst Scott Research Station being built. Use my Insta build, because I've got 59 grand in the treasury, to immediately build it out. That gives me 20% science and 10% production in all cities. And then additionally, my snow cities get a double bonus instead of a single one. I mean, the wording of that wonder is absolutely vague as hell, but we figured it out last playthrough, which is great. So now this city has, if I just let this one go through, 36 production, and my new appointed capital, once I put like a Singapore trade route in, I'm just going to do that quickly, is now on 543 production. I mean, that's great. 20% amenities and then 55% modifiers. Imagine if we were doing this as Scotland. Oh, what a wonder. What a wonderful place to be. Woohoo! The victory screen. I mean, we're not really surprised by that, are we? It's a shame it's a culture victory. That went far too quickly. Buildings constructed, cities captured. I think, did I capture 1? Yeah, I caught 1. That was my liberated city, wasn't it? And then founded. I'm quite proud of that. A typical Phoenician game, that one. Player culture. Oh yeah, look at that. I was winning the culture from about halfway, which is pretty insane. Player science, about 2/3 of the way through the game. Player gold. I mean, yeah, no one else really exists on this graph. I'm so proud of my gold game. That was amazing. My score was doing pretty decently as well. Governor game was pretty strong. Religions founded. I got the 3rd religion, which worked quite nicely for me. Wonders constructed. Yeah, right towards the end of the game, I was really rushing those through. Yeah, it's wonderful. This was a really fun game, but we'll go and have a quick look at some stuff. The thing I'm really learning about Civ at the moment is to have sort of designated cities that do stuff, like Carthage with 450 production, kicking out settlers every 2 turns, and that's without the settler card on, is just amazing. Even in the late stages of the game, with all of the wonders I've got going, it actually means that settling is worth it, especially when you get that 3 builder, and the 3 builder's not even needed, but I like the extra settling, and it makes me feel like the government plaza, I need to be a little bit careful about where I build it, because there are some really good late game opportunities when it comes to settling. So I need to think about that a little harder. Just make sure my production hub with like River Valley and Government Plaza and a really nice industrial zone is all working in the same place, and get my trade routes going from there. The gold was insane on this game. Let's just have a quick look at some stuff so you can enjoy the majesty of this game. This is going to be the map. So you can see here, look, we settled Old Town, started to explore. Kamasi was right next to us, which is a wonderful little city-state to start. I had wonders all around me here. We had Rome, which made me a little bit scared. Johannesburg, I think we found Scythia, was it next, that sort of popped up out of thin air, which was a little bit scary. Side-on, rather than front-on, was founded. Temple of Artemis, we rushed through on turn 40 something. Really not a rush, but what a play. I really enjoyed that Temple of Artemis start. Barata, Johannesburg was captured. That was a bit annoying. I really should have gone and liberated that one, but I kind of chose to play a bit peacefully. You can see, look, Rome and Byzantium were warring pretty much through the entire game, which I was lovely. Good fun to see, actually. Preslav was captured. So there's quite a few city-states were taken out of the game, actually, looking at this. Mongolia, I find the new continent. Look at this. And now I start to explore it as I find the city-states. Like 3 cities in one turn I founded then. And now I start to spread around. And so halfway through the game, actually, it was turn 110 or something that I start to settle the new continent. And you can see how quickly the game accelerates and how much benefit I actually gained from having all of these cities in the new city. I mean, a lot of the time with Terra maps, it's a little bit unfortunate because you settle all these cities and whether or not they're worth it or not is another question. But I feel like I spread quite nicely. If only I had more time to go and settle on the internal aspects of this continent. Again, I won so quickly. I didn't really have a time to be building military engineers or anything like that. That was a little bit unfortunate, but we sort of maybe should have done that a little bit better. And you can see now all the last... I mean, look at the borders are rapidly beginning to accelerate as soon as I build this stadio. Let's have a quick look at greater cities. You can see I have first, second, and third. My new capital was actually only the 3rd best city in the world, Old Town, and then Carthage was just the most magnificent palatial city you'll ever imagine. It was the faithiest, cultured, science, gold, and industrious. And my other city was the happiest with plus 13. So that's pretty decent. Empire-wise, I think I've had so many decent cities. Wonders. You can see actually who actually Tbilisi. Tbilisi was a really good city. Where is this? Here. That was rated as the 4th best in the world. Why? It had Stonehenge, Mahanshi Temple, University of Sankor, Taj Mahal, Mashu. Only had the Oracle, and somehow that was the 5th best city in the world. I debate as to whether that's true or not. And then if we have a look at the yields quickly, just before I disappear, you can see just what crazy yields we had. And this is what I was trying to learn from the Portugal game, right? I was trying to learn. Like I had 2 cities with 2,700 gold. It could have got better. It could have got better if I'd really focused on this a little bit harder. But Carthage had 2,700 gold, and mainly from trade routes, 433. I mean, I had amenities and modifiers of plus 300%. So that was 1,200 gold coming from trade routes there. And I believe I didn't even have that many routes coming out of Carthage. I think I had, I'd say probably about 1/3 of my routes coming from that city. So I could have really focused on that even more. A great Zimbabwe in that city, the Terra Belém. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I could have done and could have gone even crazier on that, but we'll just have to run that next time. I've got a lot of things to think about, a lot of ways I can improve my game, and I'm beginning to learn some of the little tricks. Not that I need 10,000 gold per turn, but it's nice when you can just be like, what do I do with my gold? It's just like, yeah, it's just buying everything, and it's like, oh, I haven't even dented this turn's gold. Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Midnight Oil, Trafford Askby, Paul Coffey, Senjik, and Kroger Brand Trail Mix for all of your support on Patreon. Thank you very much.